All right, we are live here when Toons combine here on YouTube and StreamYard, youtube.com/when Toons combine. I am your host, Dutchy Doug Hummer, the kinda cartoon expert. As you can tell by my little thing there. The little thing on the screen. Yeah, nobody's real. Anyway, it's a family show. Joining me is Eric, otherwise known as Money E.
What's up? And this week we're not in the same room.
Yeah, this week we're not in the same room because he had to work, but we need to do this. We needed to do this show as early as possible because I wrote this script in yellow pen. Which is why, like, you might even be able to tell that the lighting is very different in here, as in I have the lighting off, because it's very weird that if the light is on, the brighter the light, the worse it is to read very bright pen. But as long as it is light outside, I should be able to read it. But you are going to be seeing me go like, like it's going to be right close to my face. This week's episode, we are on episode 7 right now.
Wow.
Now, Eric informed me that the next couple of weeks he will not be available. You know, he's a very popular man. That and he has to do what his parents tell him to do. See, that's the difference between you and I. Like, I make sure my parents can't tell me what to do because I talk crap about them when I'm on a podcast, so they want nothing to do with me. So that's how I play it. But unfortunately, you're a nice guy, which makes you.
Thank you.
There's an insult coming with it. Don't worry. But so obviously, you know, when and plus, you know, you're going to visit family next week. So, and this is family I like. So, but all right. So today's episode of When Toons Combine is the Smurfs and the Adventures of the Gummy Bears. So for anybody that has never listened to this show before, one, you have taste, and two, take two cartoons. In a couple weeks, there's going to be, or in a few weeks actually, there's going to be back-to-back cartoons that are going to have more than crossovers that are going to have more than 2 cartoons with them. One is completed, the other one I am still working on. So we'll see. If you're not going to be around the next couple of weeks, I might actually just take those couple of weeks off and do something else on a show. So I can finish the one crossover that I have been writing for the last 3 weeks. But because I'm putting a lot of effort into it, which I don't know why, I have to, you know, it's taken a lot more time. But Smurfs and the Gummy Bears. So basically, take 2 cartoons, write a crossover, read it out. Whoever, or if anybody, and then Eric will kind of tell me what he thinks about it, even though he has no idea what the hell the Smurfs and the Gummy Bears even are. He's the only one I could get under contract to do this show with me.
The Gummy Bears is based off the Gummy Bears you eat, right?
The what?
The Gummy Bears. It's based off the candy.
Very loosely based off it, yeah. So, but all right, so here we go. So, Smurfs and the Gummy Bears. One day in Smurf Village, Smurfette is walking when she sees Gargamel, their archenemy, talking to 4 ogres. Smurfette runs to tell the other Smurfs what she saw. She tells Papa Smurf. She goes, Papa Smurf, I just saw Gargamel talking to 4 ugly ogres. So he sends Marco Smurf and Brainy Smurf to investigate. They find Gargamel making a deal with
I sent Liz in the chat.
yeah. Huh?
I sent Liz in the chat.
Oh, she is? What,
She
she
just
just texted
texted
you?
me.
Okay. So she finds Gargamel making a deal with a knight that is identified as Duke Igthorpe. Igthorpe tells Gargamel that his ogres will find and dispose of those pesky Smurfs. Marco and Brainy warn Papa Smurf of Gargamel and Igthorpe's plan. Papa and Grandpa Smurf do some research on Duke Igthorpe and find that his thanks, Liz.
Hi, Liz. Enjoy your weekend off.
Yeah. But all right, where was I here? They do his research on Duke Igthorpe and find that his enemies, known as the Gummy Bears, and where they live in Gummy Glen. So Grumpy, Papa, Handy, and Smurfette decide to head to Gummy Glen to find the Gummy Bears. Okay, Smurfs, we're going to go find the Gummy Bears, and the rest of you Smurfs try to hide and make sure that nobody finds Smurf Village. So, all right, Duke Igthorpe and Toadwart, his head ogre, find Woolly Smurf and kidnap him. They ask him where the other Smurfs are, but he refuses to tell them. Gargamel and his cat Azrael try to get him to talk, but still nothing. Come on, you pesky Smurf, you better say something. No, I refuse to talk. All right. Duke sends 3 of his ogres to find Marco Smurf, and they find to find more Smurfs, I'm sorry. And they find Clumsy and Hefty. Basically the 2 Smurfs that Eric and I would play in the movie if we auditioned. I would be Hefty.
Okay, now we can ask which one I would be.
Being the fact that you fell in the middle of the street last week, when we were, or last week or the week before, or whenever it was.
It was on the sidewalk.
Well, being the fact that you fell, you're clumsy. Or wherever the hell you fell, you still fell on your ass because your foot got caught in the grass.
Yeah. But I'm okay.
Well, I'm glad. I mean, obviously, I was concerned for your well-being because instead of just standing there laughing at you, I actually helped you up.
Yes, you did. Thank you.
You're welcome. Duke sends 3 of his ogres to find more Smurfs, and they find Clumsy and Hefty. They try to grab them, but Brainy Smurf thwarts their attempts. You're not gonna get us, Gargamel. Or no, not Gargamel. You're not gonna get us. They're Igthorpe. All right. Isn't it nice that the sole member of our fan club is in the chat room?
Yep.
I
forgot to put 5:00 and 5:30 in the chat. But I guess Liz.
You gave them the link, didn't you?
Yeah.
I think they should just click on the link. I'm sure that's what Liz did. All right. Papa, Grumpy, Handy, and Smurfette are in Dunwin Forest when they see a boy named Gavin who can't believe what he sees. He's like, "What are you?" And they're like, "Oh, we're Smurfs." And he almost steps on Grumpy. Uh, and Grumpy's like, "Hey, watch your step, you little twerp." Papa Smurf asks him, he's like, "Do you know anything about the gummy bears? Do you know anything about the gummy bears, young man?" And Gavin says, "Oh, I know quite a bit about them. I'm actually I'm actually friends with them, so I know quite a bit about them. What do you need to know?" Papa Smurf explains. He goes, "There's a man named Duke Igthorpe has made a deal with our arch enemy Gargamel to capture the rest of all of us Smurfs, and they could use some help." Gavin's like, "Okay." He goes, I'll take you to where the gummy bears are." So, all right. Meanwhile, Duke and two of his ogres are able to kidnap Lazy Smurf and Jokey Smurf. Again, two other Smurfs that Eric and I would be perfect to audition for. Although if I was going to play Jokey Smurf, I'd probably have to get better jokes.
Your jokes are good.
Thank you. Kiss ass. I don't mean to swear on the show. I'm sorry. All right. They try to get them to tell them, where are the rest of the Smurfs? But Jokey won't tell them. Lazy tells them to, and Lazy's just like, bug off. Gavin takes Papa and Grumpy and Smurfette and Handy to see the gummy bears. Gruffy asks, Gruffy's like, "Well, who are the blue people?" And Gavin says they're Smurfs. Gavin explains that Duke Igthorpe is coming after them because of their arch enemy. Grammy Gummy welcomes them to their home. "Well, welcome to our home there. Welcome to our home there, folks. You Smurfs make yourselves at home." Papa explains. What the hell? Oh. Oh, I can't read the word situation. Papa explains their situation to the gummies. Zummy agrees to help. He goes, "Oh, don't worry, we'll help. I got a spell for him, I think." Zummy agrees to help as well as does Cubby. Grumpy starts Grumpy starts complaining. Grumpy Smurf starts complaining, and Gruffy tells him that he complains too much. "Oh, you're complaining too much." Which Gruffy Gummy is actually the equivalent of Grumpy. Is the equivalent of Grumpy Smurf. He's got as bad an attitude as he does.
You remind me of a buddy of mine, another buddy of mine, not you, but that complains a lot.
Watch it.
Not you.
When are you talking about who I think you're talking about?
Maybe.
I
don't think you don't know this guy.
I don't.
You might have been there when you weren't there. You might have left after, but I've told him about you before. I said you're very similar.
Gee, thanks. All right.
He's the Asian.
Huh?
No, I was going to say he's the Asian version of you, I said.
All right. Igthorpe takes Jokey, Lazy, and Wooly to Gargamel. Gargamel locks them up and asks Igthorpe about the other Smurfs. Igthorpe says that other ones that his ogres tried to catch got away. Gargamel's just like, "I want more Smurfs." Igthorpe he tells the rest of his ogres, Get back out there and get those Smurfs for Gargamel. Zummy comes up with a spell to help the Smurfs, or to free all the Smurfs if they are captured. Grammy gives Papa Handy Grouchy. I called him Grumpy, but his name is actually Grouchy. I realized this. I realized this halfway through.
Same difference.
Yeah.
Is it Grouchy or Grumpy?
Well, for some reason, I changed it to Grouchy, so I think I actually looked it up, and it's like, oh no, he's Grouchy Smurf, not Grumpy. So I realized this. This is one of the things I didn't change. But Grouchy and Smurfette gummy berry juice and tells them its effects. Now you want to. Now here's the thing, Smurfs. You want to drink this juice because it will help you bounce. It'll make you faster. It'll give you strength. So if these two boneheads go to catch you, you should be able to get away from them. I can't do a good Grammy voice. Gruffy and Grouchy start looking for their enemies. They find two trolls stalking Tuffy and Pushover Smurf. Gruffy and Grouchy both drink some gummy berry juice, and Grouchy picks up one of the ogres and hurls it halfway across the forest. Take that, you goofy ogre! Gruffy demands to know from the other ogre where the Smurfs have been, if any of the other Smurfs have been harmed, and the ogre confesses that Woolly, Jokey, and Lazy are being held captive by Igthorpe and Gargamel. You know, as proud as I am of this crossover, it is a struggle to try to read it. I'm never using yellow pen again, that's for sure.
Is that the only script you have in yellow?
Yes.
That's good.
The show that is scheduled for next week, and it'll depend on if anybody's able to do it with me or not, is actually written in bright orange, but I can read that. Thank you, Liz. Appreciate that. You don't know the well, actually, no, Liz, you do know the struggle of trying to read my handwriting.
He's probably laughing or shaking her head.
I would probably bet on the latter. Just then, Duke Igthorpe appears and grabs at Gruffy and I didn't use the bright orange pen for this one, Liz. I used the yellow one. The bright orange I can read. The bright orange is next week. This one was the yellow. But grabs Gruffy and I know, Liz. Trust me, I know as soon as I wrote it and I'm just trying to read it back, I'm like, oh, this is not gonna work.
It was already too late.
Yeah. So all right. Igthorpe tries to grab Gruffy and Grouchy, but Tummy Gummy and Sunny Gummy appears and bounce him off a bridge and into a creek. The ogres try to attack, but Papa pushes them off and hurls them into the creek as well. Toadwart tells them where to find the abducted Smurfs. The Gummies and the Smurfs go to Gargamel's house, and Gargamel tries to attack them, but Zummy hits him with a spell, and then the abducted Smurfs escape with the other Smurfs and Gummy Bears. The Gummy Bears gift all the Smurfs with some gummy berry juice to help make them stronger. And the spell that Gargamel was hit with is Gargamel was turned very briefly into an ogre. So that was the spell, and then so that basically that ends the crossover of the Gummy Bears and the Smurfs. Eric, what did you think?
I think it could work. I think it could work because they're both kids shows, and they're both kind of similar in a way. The characters are very likable. I don't know the backstory, but I don't think there's too many bad guys on each show, right?
Just Duke. They both have their main villains. You have Duke Igthorpe and his ogres on Gummy Bears, and you have Gargamel and Gargamel's cat on
Smurfs.
On the Smurfs. And yeah, like I do think that like if they did decide to do a crossover or even like a movie, and I could probably even explore more with this and write out either more episodes or do another crossover with them and another show, which I think might actually be possible.
Yeah, this is one of the shows that you could do another script for.
Yeah,
I think could work. As I said, they're both kids shows, and they both have characters that are likable. Not that the others didn't, but for kids shows, it's different.
Yeah, because this is something that the kids can sit down and watch with the parents, and everybody can be entertained.
Exactly.
And this is actually the first one that I've done to where, like, I mean, you could kind of say that, like, Rugrats and Kim Possible kind of be the same thing. You don't want to admit that about Alf and Doug.
Liz, if you're still in the chat, what do you think?
Oh boy. Liz, I'll keep this going long enough so you can answer. If you don't feel like answering, though, that's fine.
You can tell us in the group chat later.
Yeah. But no, this is one of those crossovers that, like, there's almost like a real possibility, even though Smurfs isn't a Disney thing and Gummy Bears was.
And Smurfs could be a Disney. It seems like it could be a Disney one.
Yeah. So it's been ages since she's seen both, so I admit I can't contribute. But tonally, both it's got the medieval fantasy kind of thing, so it makes sense. You could easily make a crossover thing. Well, thank you, Liz.
Did you watch it, Liz?
Yeah. And this would be one, like, I should have told my mom, or like I should have had my mom, or I'll probably even send this to my mom later because she was a huge Smurfs fan. So
both were very popular, especially Gummy Bears. There's a video that said it's one underrated Disney one.
Yeah, because I think it was actually Liz says probably it can't be it can't be worse than the Smurfs live action movie. Well, I should hope that I wouldn't write anything worse than a movie. I mean, and there's more you can add to it. There's like other elements you can add to it. And like I say, you could probably do like more. I could probably do like more episodes of it and pitch it, because it could probably be turned. It could almost be turned into like a
movie.
Yeah, into a movie or into a special. And like I said, I actually have a couple ideas in my head of putting these two with other shows.
Yeah,
like here's actually one that I just thought of, and Liz would probably be able to say whether or not it would work if she feels like answering. Like, what about teaming that up with Legend? What about teaming both of them up with Legend of Zelda?
Ooh,
because Legend of Zelda was a cartoon back in the late 80s.
I know she's a big Legend of Zelda fan. think?
Well, that's pretty much why I'm asking her. I mean, technically, you can answer too because you're doing the show with me.
I think that would be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I could probably make it work. If we're talking purely 80s Zelda cartoon, then yes, Liz, that is exactly what I'm talking about. Because I've seen a couple episodes of the Zelda cartoon, and I feel like I can definitely write something. Liz just says, I dare Link to say, well, excuse me, Smurfette. I can write that in. But yeah, probably one of the next big ones that I try to write, I could probably I could probably make that a thing. I mean, if more than one person is saying, "Hey, it could probably work." The Zelda cartoon is a smorgasbord of general fan. This is Liz talking again. Is a smorgasbord of general fantasy. They reference some Zelda stuff, yes, but you can stretch it and add Gummy Bears and Smurfs. All right. Well, she is motivating me to want to do this. So
Oh,
yeah. So yeah, so definitely like I mean, there's going to be other cartoons that are going to be like other crossovers that are going to be done before this, obviously, because I got a bunch written out, or I got a bunch where I already have like which are planned out that I'm going to write. But I can definitely make this one into a. I can definitely make it into a thing. And then Liz just said, watch the rest of Zelda if you need to. Only 13 episodes, so it's very short. I'm pretty sure there's a YouTube playlist or there's some cartoon channel did a full video on all 13 episodes somewhere.
yeah.
So all right. So I guess live on this show, we just made a plan for another crossover in the future.
Maybe Liz will come on.
I mean, she doesn't have to. All we, if she doesn't have to, she doesn't want to, because I know she's not much of a podcaster, but definitely having her in the group chat helps.
Yep.
Because I've always valued Liz's opinion.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. But yeah, so that could definitely work. I think, and that's probably something now. Now I actually have to hurry up and finish writing this other one that I'm working on, so I could get to the other one, so I can, so I can, start writing this. So I could start writing this other one, because now, like, and by the way, I will not write it in yellow pen. But here's the funny thing. Now that we're on the subject of these stupid pens, right? Like, so, and by the way, one of them I actually had to throw out already because I ran out of ink. But I've got blue, I've got purple, I've got pink, I've got bright pink, I've got green, I've got
two different pinks.
I got a bunch of. There's a bunch of different ones. Like I can't. Here, hold on. Maybe you'll be able to see what the colors are by if I just hold it up. Oh, crying out loud. Yeah, hold on. They're right here, see?
Oh yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, so like you have like there's like two gold pens, there's a gray one. There's
you
also
done one in gold yet?
Huh?
Have you done one in gold yet?
Not yet. And I'm pretty sure I can read gold.
And silver?
I probably would be able to, yeah. There's actually is a one here that's either gray or silver or a combination of both. That I'd probably be able to write one in. But yeah, and that's the thing is that like so the next Smurfs and Gummy Bears crossover that I write, which will be, of course, adding Legend of Zelda, will not be done in a bright color. It'll be done in a dark enough color to where yes, I will be able to read it.
Oh, you did a good job reading it tonight.
Well, thank you. Wait, is there actually? Oh, wait, no. I technically do have a red pen here. I was just going to say, wait a minute. I don't have red. What kind of pen pack? Or you know what color I don't have in here? I'm pretty sure I don't have a black pen in here.
How is there not a black pen? Black is one of the most popular color pens.
I think because they're all gel pen. They're all gel pens.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I know. They do make black gel pens, but yeah, for some reason there's not. Unless I started a crossover, because I think I started a crossover in a color, and hold on. I started a crossover in a color, I believe, and it but then I had to switch over into a different color. No, I am wrong. But yeah, so all right, so that was Smurfs and Gummy Bears. So Eric, you liked it?
Yes.
All right. And Liz said she was happy with it. She said that it fits, so it could work.
I give it an 8 out of 10.
Aw.
Maybe I'll start rating these.
You could.
We'll go back and I'll read off and rate those other ones too later, next episode.
Yeah. Liz goes, the Zelda crossover sounds really good too. So, all right, yeah, definitely, Liz. I will definitely make sure that becomes an episode in the that becomes an episode in the future. I will, get to writing that. So
we will make sure you'll be in the chat.
Yeah. So we'll make sure that becomes a thing. Just to kind of again explore with Smurfs and the Gummy Bears, because I feel like with those two cartoons, you can't really go wrong with either one of them because they both have that family aspect. And Legend of Zelda. I almost said Legend of Delta. Is a
dive in the show,
huh? No, not Legend of Delta is not a show, you boob. But all right, so next week's crossover, if I decide to do one, I would have to get somebody to do it with me because Eric will be out of town. So I'll just say this: the next show is going to be Scooby-Doo and Codename Kids Next Door.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Where are you?
So, and then now since you just started singing the song, do you want me to take a couple weeks off from doing this and just do something else on Saturdays?
Yes, please.
Okay.
But I do like Scooby-Doo in that, so I would.
I mean, that's fine. If I had a problem with it, I wouldn't have asked you. Plus, it gives me more time to get caught up and or not necessarily get caught up because I actually am ahead, but to get even more ahead and get some more of these done.
That's fine. So I mean, I don't know. When you do something else, you'll probably do something else next week if you decide to do it.
Yeah, I'll do something else. Like I'll still do it on the same channel.
Yeah.
I'll let you know what it is so you can
tune in.
Yeah, so you can set it up.
Oh yeah, I have to set it up too.
Yeah, so you can set it up, and then I'll still go live on it. I'll do something cartoon related on the channel.
Yeah, maybe you can get one of like Sky or something. That's Sky. What's his name? Yeah, Sky. Yeah.
I mean, Sky is one of Daniel's friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'll figure something out. I can do like some kind of cartoon thing. Maybe I could do like a countdown or something.
Ooh. You haven't done that in a while.
Yeah. I'll figure it out. Hopefully I can have somebody here with me next week. If not, then you're just gonna hear me ramble on like a boob.
Top 10 2000s cartoons or something.
We'll we'll see what the decade is. Because 2000s, it's just like I was still kind of in the cartoons, but like, I'm more of an 80s and 90s guy.
Yeah. I mean, you could do 80s and 90s, mix it up.
Yeah. But all right. So we're gonna go ahead and get on out of here. I think this is officially our longest episode that we've done.
Yep. Thank you, Liz, for joining the chat.
Yeah.
Much appreciate it.
Liz, we definitely appreciate it. We appreciate the feedback.
We always appreciate you.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I'm so glad she was able to join in on the chat. And Liz, if you actually have any ideas for thank you, Liz. And Liz, if you have any ideas for a countdown for me to do for a cartoon countdown for me to do for next week's show. Now, I'm not asking you participating. I'm just asking for an idea. But yeah, if anybody has any ideas, just let me know and I'll see what I can come up with. But yeah, no, I definitely have no problem waiting for you to be available to continue to do these. All right. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Eric.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, that's hopefully going to watch this video as soon as it gets posted to the YouTube channel.
Yep. And I'll be interested to see what the shorts are.
Yeah. All right. You too, Liz. All right, Eric. I'll see you later.
Yeah. Oh, let's plug our other YouTube channels.
Yeah.
Wrestling Through the Years. YouTube/Wrestling Through the Years. And then Stabcast tomorrow.
Stabcast is gonna be tomorrow.
And Daniel's new show. I forgot what it's called
Daniel's
now.
new show called The Bro Down.
Bro Down.
Yeah.
And then I think that's it.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
So all right, yeah. So make sure you check out on YouTube Wrestling Through the Years, The Bro Down, obviously when Toons combine. And
Bro Down is in the morning, right?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be sometime tomorrow morning. I think. But it usually is a morning show. It's going to be a weekend morning show.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Bro Down, Wrestling Through the Years when Toons combine,
and
Stabcast. So I am on 2 of those shows. Eric is on 2 of those shows. Daniel's on 3 of them. But all right.
I'll probably be on the 3rd one if I can find another co-host for the unscripted sports.
Yeah. Well, you got to get Clint to get StreamYard.
Yeah, but I'll tell you offline, but
what, did he quit?
No, he didn't quit. He doesn't want to do it like every week or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Whatever.
Maybe I'll find another one.
He doesn't want to do anything every week.
That's true.
But all right, we're gonna get out of here before I insult him too much. Although it is easy.
We love you, Clint.
All right. Yeah, he's okay. All right. We'll see everybody. I'll see everybody next week, and we'll see everybody Friday night, and Daniel will see everybody tomorrow for however many shows he decides to do. All right.
Bye.
Later.
Later.